Welcome to the Great Bay Foundation podcast, Social Entrepreneurs. In their own words, Ann Kristiansen, founder and executive director of Hannah Grimes Marketplace in Keene, New Hampshire, describes how the idea for the marketplace took seed when she was living on a small farm, raising sheep and making her own soap. Today, that seed has grown into a positive force, successfully driving a big portion of New Hampshire's economy.
My name is Ann Kristiansen, and I am the founder and the executive director of Hannah Grimes Marketplace and the Hannah Grimes Center. The Hannah Grimes Marketplace opened in 1997, and at the time I had moved to a small farm, and I had sheep, and I was spinning, and I was making soap, and I saw a real need for a marketplace for locally made and grown products, and saw some beautiful things being made, saw some great people with really a lot of creative ideas not being able to make a good living from selling them. So the marketplace opened to provide a thriving marketplace for local products because there was a lack of ability to buy and sell locally, so the marketplace, but also to build skills for the people who make and grow those products so that they could make a living doing what they love to do. So that was 11 years ago, and it's still thriving today, and we have 275 members who sell the products there and have worked to build their businesses up. We also, 3 years ago, had the opportunity to take over a business incubator, and so now we work with other small businesses in the area, again helping them do what they love to do. Well, I've been doing this for 11 years. It was really last year that it hit me how important the work was, and as I was doing some research for a grant I was writing and came across some numbers that all of a sudden made my work feel not just nice and not just gratifying and not just knowing on some level that it was important, but really grasping the full importance of working with small businesses. And those numbers were that there are, in the state of New Hampshire, 103,000 non-employer firms, which is just as it sounds. It's companies without employees. So single owners, proprietors running businesses, full-time or part-time. So that was 103,000. There's 40,000 employer firms in the state of New Hampshire. But if you look at those, half of them have 4 or fewer employees. So really, if you look at the picture of business in New Hampshire, it is small. And then when I took that one step further, the job growth in the state of New Hampshire for 2005, which was the last year that data was available, was that the companies with 100 or more employees had a net job loss of 10,000 jobs. So they had job gains and they had job losses, but when it came out at the end of the year, those larger companies had lost 10,000 employees. And for the companies with 100 or fewer employees, there was a net job gain of 15,000 employees. So if you look at that year with a net gain of 5,000 employees for the state of New Hampshire, you really see that the economic engine for New Hampshire is these small businesses, and they are of critical importance. And it really hit home for me that what we're doing is really important. I think there's an awful lot of attention paid to large companies, as there should be. They're really important employers. But there's less importance placed on these smaller companies because they're so invisible. And I think bringing them visibility, connecting them, networking them, and understanding the power of them added together is really important.
To learn more about the work of the Great Bay Foundation, we invite you to visit our website, www.greatbayfoundation.org.